Sure. I'm Lydia Sarfati. I'm the president and founder of Repechage. Well, we would have to have probably 1 hour movie. But early on, I have really seen my mother. I am from Poland, so she was getting facials every week. It was a ritual, whether it was a facial, manicure, pedicure, hair. So I was introduced to beauty care early on, and I just loved it. Even as a child, I was just fascinated with making potions. I would, later on as a young girl, I would bring my friends home and make all kind of creams on the stove, and really had so much fun doing it. So the spa business really came about when I came to United States. Again, growing up in Poland, I was exposed to spa business because in Poland we have over 1,100 spas all over, utilizing natural minerals and the sea and the salts. So when I came to United States in 1970, I really didn't see the tradition of the spa very well developed. So I thought this is an opportunity to develop beautiful, not just skincare, but wellness for the whole body, mind, and spirit, because we have to connect all elements today. When we talk about beauty, we cannot remove ourselves from also the wellness. The challenging thing for perhaps the people that own the spas is to have very good, well-trained staff. It's very important. But in 1980, I created single-dose application method of facial treatments. So whether I will do the facial with my 45 years of experience or someone that's brand new to the business, they will do exactly the same facial following my method. So you can be very certain here in Bangkok, you're getting the authentic Lydia Sarfati method that's practiced all over the world the same way. So the Lydia Sarfati method of professional facial treatments and body care and body treatments and the whole wellness program is designed so in such way that every beauty therapist globally will do exactly the same thing. Why and how? I think it's an important question, because every single step of my treatment is numbered. It's unidose application. So if you can count to 10, you can do my facial all over the world in exactly the same way. It's easy to follow, exactly. And that's very important for me. This really creates quality. When we talk today about luxury, when we talk about quality, how do you control it? You control it by being consistent. If you're consistent, that's a quality. If you're consistent, that's a luxury. So you do not leave anything to chance to happen. So I actually love the spa in Thailand. I love the way people take care of themselves. And as you have said, you can go to have a great foot massage and not pay a lot of money. But with the Repechage philosophy, it's all about clinical results combined with wellness and spa. So it's a little different level. I say, go ahead, get your foot massages every day, but come to Penn Clinic for a real clinical results combined with wellness and holistic approach to beauty. We need to have clinical results with what we do to produce immediate results with long-term benefits. So repêchage means a second chance. It's a French word, and sometimes people say, why would you name an American company with a French name? And one of the reasons for me, I love the name. I loved what repêchage meant. Second chance, and second chance for beautiful skin, second chance for wellness, second chance for business, second chance for person's life, the way you take care of yourself. So the DNA of repêchage is always about producing wellness and delivering results in a very best possible way that's done authentically. And being authentic, it's really part of my DNA, part of repêchage DNA. We deliver what we say we will deliver, and that's very important. So let's go back 4.5 decades. And what I have realized actually back then is that seaweed is used in agriculture as a fertilizer and biostimulant in very dry, arid areas. But I've done studies and discovered that in France, at the Brittany coast of France, there is very incredible source of seaweed, mainly Laminaria digitata and Ascophyllum nodosum. And I was fascinated that over 22 million tons of seaweed is harvested annually for the purpose of agriculture. My head went like this. I was thinking, if it's so good for the plants, if it's so good for the earth, and as you know, when you're growing plants, you have to stop. You can grow for 7 years, and then you have to stop and do a different type of crop. But when you use seaweed, you don't have to do that. So I was fascinated to really find out what's in the seaweed that it's so incredible, that brings life to the plants. If it brings life to the plants, why can it bring life to our cells? Digging more into the research, discovering Rene Quinton that have, back in the 1800s, made the discovery that actually he made a discovery on a dog that was already very sick, and he replaced the blood with seawater, and the dog continued to live for 7 days. What is in that seaweed? What is in that seawater? To me, it was a fascinating subject. That's where life starts. Billions of years ago, the first living organism on this planet was seaweed, a unicellular form of seaweed. And I said, wow, if that's what can happen, I want to have it in my products. So back then, I flew to France. I've met with the people that were harvesting seaweed. And I said, I want to use this in cosmetics. And they were like, are you crazy? It never has been done before. So obviously, with a lot of research, a lot of dedication, we were able to create wonderful skincare products based on seaweed. Fast forward, 7 years ago, we've met with a professor, Charles Yarish, who was the foremost professor of seaweed agriculture and aquaculture and geography. And I said, doctor, find me the same type of seaweed in America. And he did. So 7 years ago, we started harvesting seaweed off the main coast in the United States. So Laminaria digitata and Ascophyllum nodosum are one of the greatest seaweeds on the planet because we harvest sustainably. What does it mean? You cut 12 inches from the top only. And these seaweeds can live for over 60 years. So it is the most sustainable plant, delivering all the nutrients that we need, from amino acids that are the building blocks of protein, to vitamins, minerals, polysaccharides, phytohormones. In fact, single source coming from seaweed delivers everything that your skin and your body needs at the cellular level. So the repechage point of difference, while other companies have come to the market, and I always said, if you find something fabulous, you will never be the only one, because other people will come using the same ingredient. I have no problem. But the point of difference with repechage is the way we harvest, the way we process. Most of the companies oven dry the seaweed and then yields kind of a powdery ash. That is deficient in the vitamins, that is deficient in the phytohormones. We harvest, we air dry the seaweed under closed environment, and then we process the seaweed with aqueous extracts. So it's water extraction. So it's a whole other level of seaweed extraction that we do compared to other companies. Our seaweed suffers from no deficiencies, and that is our proprietary method. So from the very beginning, I have positioned the brand as a professional brand, recommended by dermatologists, plastic surgeons. I work with many plastic surgeons in USA as well, because while you can lift, you cannot change that much the texture. And with repechage, it's a great collaboration. We believe in the clinical collaboration with many dermatologists globally. And my belief that repechage always should be that high-end professional brand delivering clinical results with wellness element. Well, I believe that consumers, when they are looking for real wellness and real good results, they're not going to be looking at the way the packaging looks, although we try very much to have a very presentable and very beautiful packaging that is also sustainable. I think when it comes to makeup, I can understand that you want to pull out some fancy lipstick or fancy blush or fancy powder, but skincare is different. I think serious skincare and people that really want to take good care of their skin, they're not going to go to fashion house, and I don't want to name names, that maybe make beautiful clothing. Maybe they make beautiful bags and beautiful shoes, but I'm not so sure about the authenticity of the brand when it comes to skincare. And this is why I say, you know, authenticity is very important. The DNA of the brand is very important. Imagine tomorrow I'm going to start making shoes. What would be my credibility? Or maybe even, you know, developing fashion. What would be my credibility? So fashion houses that develop skincare, they really don't have credibility. It is a fad, it's not authentic, and it's not a reality. Well, while you may combine some of the dermatological or medical procedures, the quality of your skin is not going to be the same. We believe in working together, but if you just go and have plastic surgery, but you don't continue with the great benefits of daily skincare, of using skincare products that contain seaweed, that contain peptides. You know, how many times can you cut an eyelid? How many times can you inject your face with silicones? At the end, you're not going to look very beautiful. I can assure you of that. Well, in Thailand, there are one of the challenges, I would say, is the weather.
Yes.
So it is very, very humid here. Okay, you can put cream on, but if that cream is not properly constructed, formulated, you're going to go outside and melt, and the cream is going to melt off your face. So the difference, the big brand difference of Repechage and other brands is that our brand is hydrophilic, which means it's water-based, but it is seaweed-based. So it's even better because the seaweed is able to penetrate through the stratum corneum of the skin, your outermost layer, and prevent actually the constant dehydration. Because this weather causes transepidermal water loss, which means your skin is constantly dehydrated. Repechage philosophy is putting back the water into the skin without leaving it greasy. So our iconic products in Repechage are C serum, peptide serum, B3 niacinamide serum. So it's a lot of serums that replenish that lost moisture. And our creams, especially iconic Hydro Complex, it's 100% fat-free. It's like eating fat-free ice cream, no guilt. Your skin is going to glow, have that beautiful glass look, but without greasiness and without feeling oily on the skin. So I believe strongly that women, especially all over the world today, are the same. Whether you live in Thailand or you live in London or you live in New York City or Warsaw or Shanghai, you're busy. You're working, you have no time to cook, you have no time to really even take good care of your children, so you are sleep deprived. So when you look at today's society, they're a great deal under the stress, right? So for me, again, once again, Repechage to the rescue, creating a global routine of wellness. What is important in the morning when you wake up? It's to even 10 minutes of stretching. Stretching is so important. You've got to stretch your body. Brushing your body with a nice, vigorous brush to improve the circulation, to remove the dead skin cells, bring the oxygen, take a shower, have your tea, do your skincare routine for the face, because we only talk about the face, but it's important for the whole body as well, okay? So these little steps really allow you to feel better. What is important is exfoliation with Rapidex because it's easy and fast. Our C serum, so hydration, and then what is another element is moisturization with the oil-free cream. So 3 steps, everyone can do it. I believe also very much in eye cream. I use it twice a day, morning and night. Very essential. And men actually, believe it or not, men are beginning to take very good care of their skin as well. So we really start to see the trend in the last decade of a male clientele coming in for good quality skincare and taking good care of themselves at home. I think all men, I think regardless of where you come from. I think today when we talk about globalization, I think the clients are very similar. We may eat different food, we may speak different language, but we are all the same in what we want. And what we want is to look good, to look young, regardless of what is your age. You know, you could be 70, 80, 60, 50. You want to feel healthy, you want to have the energy, but you want to look good. You want to look healthy. And I think that's the key important element. Especially for Thailand, what are the future plans? Well, actually, one of my iconic facials, Repassage 4-layer facial that I have launched in 1980, is the #1 facial around the world. But I ask here, my partners in Thailand, why is the 4-layer facial, the crown of my company, not popular in Thailand? And I was told because it's too hot. And the final mask is actually a very hot mask. So this morning I woke up and I said, I'm going to create a 4-layer facial that's going to be a cryotherapy, that's going to be a cold mask that's firming, that's going to give the same great results, but will meet the market needs of being cold rather than being hot. So one of the great things we are doing here today and this trip is we're launching our brand new T-Zone facial that is, again, remember I said unidose application. So if I do it or a beauty therapist in Thailand does it, exactly the same process, the same steps. Great for deep cleansing, hydration, and brightening of the skin. So the T-Zone collection is a wonderful collection, and I want the fans in Thailand to know that you will absolutely love the T-Zone facial. And also, we are combining it with a slimming leg treatment. We're calling it the beauty detox for the legs, because again, in a humid climate, sometimes your legs become with edema, with swelling. So this is very nice, slimming, detoxifying, and makes your legs look really good.